His job is to protect children and get them out of harm's way. But a Luzerne County children and youth caseworker has been charged by police with drunk driving while having children in his car. The DUI for the children and youth worker, our top story on News 13 for this Thursday. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Kathy Bozinski. A Hazleton man who works to protect children has been charged with DUI and endangering the welfare of children. He works for Luzerne County Children and Youth and pleaded with police to let him go because of his job. Matt Petrillo is in the studio with the story you will only hear on News 13. Matt?
Thanks, Kathy. The man is Eladio Matos of Hazleton. He works for Luzerne County, and after cops stopped him, he pleaded with them, asking to let him go because of his job. Well, police didn't bite. McAdoo police were at the intersection of North Kennedy Drive and Jackson Streets at around 3 in the morning a few weeks ago when they clocked a silver Hyundai racing over the speed limit. The driver, Eladio Matos of Hazleton, was going more than 50 miles per hour in a 25-mile-per-hour zone. Officer Stephen Homanko pulled the car over that foggy night. When he approached, he said he smelled alcohol from the driver.
And he's telling me he didn't drink, and then he changed his story, said he drank 2 beers in Allentown. So I get him out of the car for field sobriety. As he's given it, he's totally failing everything.
Matos' blood alcohol level was .133, well over the legal limit. But he was coherent enough to remember what he did for a living. Officer Homanko says he boasted about his connections from working at Children Youth Services in Luzerne County to try to get out of the ticket. The officer couldn't believe it.
Bragging about he's a CPS worker, expect to get out of it. Started saying he's going to call the FBI up. He's going to talk to, this person in Hazleton.
On top of that, police say he was driving under the influence and speeding with 2 children in the car. Police believe he put them in harm's way and charged him with endangering the welfare of children. Ironically, News 13 has confirmed Matos is a caseworker at Luzerne County Children and Youth Services. News 13 went to Eladio Matos' home in Hazleton to try to speak with him about the charges. Well, no one is answering, though we did see a woman with children walk in here about an hour ago. News 13 then went to Luzerne County Children and Youth Services in Wilkes-Barre Thursday to ask administrators about the charges. While Deputy Director Gerard Muth wouldn't go on camera, he told us he was shocked and hadn't heard about the charges against Matos. He says he plans to investigate them. Meanwhile, Officer Homanko says this wasn't Matos' first offense.
I was just definitely appalled about it.
He also doesn't understand why Matos' wife, who was in the passenger side of the vehicle and apparently sober, just didn't drive instead.
That the wife wasn't drunk at all. She didn't drink nothing, so I don't know why she wasn't driving, but yet he drove from Allentown and was planning on going to Hazleton.
Now, the deputy director says he'll immediately bring the police report to Human Services. He told us to check back with them about possible consequences for Matos, and Kathy, News 13 will follow up on this continuing story.
We certainly will. Thanks a lot, Matt.